Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Remember, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not. And also, it's almost a new month there, almost April. And if you can and you want to help support the channel, like many people do, we really love and appreciate our supporters. You keep us going, you help us do what we do. And you rock. And I will leave links down below if you want to help out for PayPal and Ko-fi.com. And as always, you can purchase one or more of my books. There's a link down below for that, including Live in Cambodia, a guide for living in the Kingdom of Wonder. You'll find that book down there along with all the rest. So check it out, see what I've got, and help support the channel. And we love you and appreciate you. Now, I've talked about safety a lot in Cambodia, and mainly when people have questions about that, it's about their physical safety, as far as some kind of physical violence toward them. And I'll quickly reiterate that this is a very safe country in that regard. People don't attack you, they don't shoot you on the streets, they don't try to kidnap you, they don't try to assault you. Yeah, it's very safe country that way. As far as, I mean, violence against foreigners from locals is so rare. You barely hear about any instances. It does happen occasionally, but there's always some extraordinary circumstances behind it, let me put it that way. So yeah, as far as your physical safety against violence, this is probably one of the safest countries in the world, I would say. That's my opinion, because I've lived here long enough to know that I've never felt unsafe or in any form of physical danger from locals. But when it comes to safety, there are other things to take into consideration. And those are the things I want to go over with you today. And the first thing I want to mention is whether you're walking, taking a tuk-tuk, or on a motorbike, you need to be aware of your surroundings at all times. There's not much you can do in a tuk-tuk or pass app except hope that nothing happens. But if you know me, you've been around long enough, you know I like to walk. But that can be hazardous, especially when you're trying to walk and record like I am now. When you get to like the tourist areas of town, hello, everything is nice and neat. Lots of nice, even sidewalks. A lot of great infrastructure. Improvements have been made. I mean, a lot of them since I've been here, and that's always appreciated. But once you get outside of those tourist areas, you'll see a lot of roads that are just gravel. Some of them are dirt. Some of them have sidewalks, but the sidewalks are uneven, unstable. Sometimes the concrete comes up creating a little lip, which is very easy to trip over if you're not paying attention. And some of them have big holes right in the middle of them. So if you're walking at night and there's not sufficient lighting to see your way, you could very easily fall into one of those and injure yourself. And we don't want that to happen. So when you're getting around town, just keep that in mind, to be aware of your surroundings, not only with what's in front of you, but also off to your side. Use your peripheral vision. What's coming up behind you, because even if you're on a sidewalk and even if that sidewalk is stable enough, people have a tendency here to drive on the sidewalks to avoid the traffic. They might come zooming up behind you. You might not, if you're not paying attention, you might not know, and one move in the wrong direction could cause you a lot of pain, and we don't want that for you. Nobody wants you to get hurt. We want you to come here, be safe, and be happy. But a lot of that's going to depend on you and your situational awareness, I guess you can say. Just be sure to always be aware of your surroundings, what's coming from either side, what's coming ahead, and you'll be much safer for it. And trust me, after a while, if you plan on retiring here, after a while, it almost becomes second nature. You're like, I know a bike's coming behind me right now. You'll learn to pay attention for those little sounds or vibrations, I guess you can say, or just something that catches your eye out of the corner, and you stop just in time before you're run over by a motorcycle coming out of a blind alley. Yeah, that will become like second nature for you after a while. You get around enough, you learn some things. Even somebody like me can learn something new, so there you go. There's hope for you. But yeah, just be aware of your surroundings when you're getting around town. Now, the second thing is your general health overall. The pharmacies here are very well stocked for the most part. I know some people that come over here, they need very specific medications. And according to them, they can only use the brand names, not any generic version. And so there are some, depending on how specific they are, that you might have to look around for, but there's always a way to get them. But for the most part, the things you'll need here, as far as if you're on any medications, you'll be able to find at the local pharmacies. They have a wide variety of things. Frankly, yeah, I'm not on any prescription medications or anything. So I'm not really an expert on what the pharmacies will have as far as your specific needs. So I can't make any guarantees, but I've talked to enough people and know enough people that are and that do have specific medications, and they will tell you that they can get what they need locally without an issue, without a hassle. And a lot of times it's generally cheaper than what they can get it for elsewhere. It's less expensive. So, and they do have walk-in clinics. I guess you would call them urgent care facilities, whatever you want to call them. If it's a non-emergency, you can go to clinics if something should happen, or you're not sure about something, feeling a little weird. They'll go in there and try to diagnose and help you out. And of course, for emergencies, there are hospitals and doctors and everything else you need here in Siem Reap. But yeah, if you're getting around and you feel lightheaded, you feel a little woozy, stop into a clinic, man. For $5, they'll hook you up. Maybe even less than $5, and they'll try to determine what's wrong. If you need to see an actual doctor, like if you need more advanced medical care. But that's the third thing I want to talk about. This is April now, and it's coming up on the very hot part of the season, the hottest part of the year. Temperatures will often be 90 to 100 degrees, but the real feel of those temperatures will be, 105, 110, 115. It gets very hot. And I have to reiterate this every year. Stay hydrated. Seriously, especially if you're going to live here, because you're going to experience this all year round. Stay hydrated. Drink lots of water. You might not be able to drink the tap water, but you can buy a 12-pack of bottled water for like 63 cents, 2,500 real. You can get a big 20-liter jug of clean water for $1. And that's what you want to drink, and you want to drink lots of it. And of course, take a supplement for your electrolytes. They have this stuff here called Royal D. Comes in little packages. Just need like a half small bottle of water. Pour that liquid in, shake it up real good. It tastes great, and it'll provide you with some electrolytes every now and then. But whatever you do want to keep hydrated. You don't want to just drink juices or sodas or energy drinks or coffee. Now me, I drink a coffee a day. I drink maybe a Coca-Cola a day, a bottle of Coke for my caffeine. But in between those, I'm still drinking 2 or 3 bottles of water, even if I'm not going anywhere. And remember what they say. I don't know who they are, but I've heard said that by the time you feel thirsty, you're probably already starting to get dehydrated. So drink enough so you're not going through that. Because again, we want you to stay healthy. But that's sometimes that's what people forget, and then they start feeling dizzy, and they do start feeling woozy, and they can't figure out what's going on. Their legs start cramping up, you know. And a part of that might be because you're dehydrated, and you just need to get that taken care of. It's very important though, because Cambodia is hot like this all year round. And it was a struggle for me when I first moved here, because back home, man, all I did was drink Mountain Dew, energy drinks, and beer. that was my main source of liquids, because I came from Michigan, so it wasn't, you know, 6 months out of the year it was all cold, snow, and ice. But still, over here, you just want to drink a lot of water and replenish those good old electrolytes. It'll do you good. And the last thing I want to talk about when it comes to your safety outside of the physical violent stuff is your mental health. It seems like a lot of people come to Cambodia for maybe the wrong reasons, and either through abuse of narcotics of some kind, or perhaps a mental illness that they don't have under control. It affects them negatively. And it's important that you take care of your physical self to the best of your ability, but also that you take care of your mental health as well. You have to remember that this is one of those things where you have to know yourself enough to realize if you have any triggers of things that are going to make you go a little loopy, maybe act out in ways that aren't normal. But it takes more, you know. If somebody's suffering from depression, it takes more than just telling them, oh, you know, think positive thoughts and hang in there. And depression is much more than just feeling sad. Everybody feels sad at times. Depression is a disease that affects people in ways you probably wouldn't understand, because it's all treated as like just being down, and it's much, much more. So don't get upset with people who might be suffering from depression and acting a little bit strangely. Be their friend, be supportive. But yeah, if you have like some kind of addiction or mental health issues, there's not too much help over here, because mental health is not recognized for various reasons, which I won't go into. But so the best thing to do is to know yourself and If you feel something coming on that you don't feel you can control, call a friend, reach out to somebody, because doing the wrong thing over here could land you in more than just a little bit of trouble. You could find yourself moving here, having some kind of episode that causes some violence, and then the immigration police will get involved, and you'll be on your way out. And that would not be the way you want it to end your time here, I don't think. And I wish I had more answers for that aspect of things, but I don't. Again, as far as I know, I don't suffer from any kind of mental illness except what you hear me exhibit on here, which some people would say is madness in itself. So yeah, I get that, but I mean, I just do want you to be aware that that is an issue with some people who choose to come here, and we don't want that to happen to you. Again, your well-being is more important than living in a developing country because it's inexpensive. That's the only reason you're moving here. You're not going to be happy. You'll be happy with the prices maybe, but you're not going to be happy living your life as a whole. So take care of yourself mentally as well. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so hopefully, and by the way, everybody's talking about the price of eggs. You can get 10 eggs here for 5,000 real. That's $1.25. 30 of them for 13,000 real, which is $3.25. Yeah. Egg prices here are very good. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I hope everybody out there is being safe, taking care of yourself. And from Siem Reap, Cambodia, I will talk to you guys in the next one.